Alexandra Eala's superstar status confirmed after Indian Wells tournament organizers' latest decision. Alexandra Eala's popularity has continued to go through the roof at Indian Wells, where she is really impressing on her debut. Eala has been backed to win Indian Wells, which would represent a maiden WTA title for the current world number 32, who has quickly become one of the most popular figures in tennis. She beat Diana Yastremska in her opening match of the WTA 1000 tournament in California after receiving a first-round bye, before Coco Gauff retired hurt against Eala in the round of 32. Filipina ace Eala now takes on Linda Noskova in the round of 16, with their match given high-priority status by the powers that be at Indian Wells. Alexandra Eala's superstar status confirmed again with Stadium 1 appearance. Eala will play against Noskova at Stadium 1, the primary show court at the Indian Wells Tennis Garden, which has a capacity of 16,100. It is the second-largest tennis-specific stadium in the world, and can be accessed only with a reserved ticket for the tournament. It is a statement in itself to put Eala there, but arguably an even bigger statement is giving her priority over a fan favorite in Tuesday's evening session. Intriguingly, American superstar and world number 6 Amanda Anisimova will take on Victoria Mboko at Stadium 2. Indian Wells organizers have made errors at this year's event, but this does look to be a sensible option given the huge support that Eala constantly attracts. It's a smart decision from a business standpoint, but more significantly serves to highlight just how much power she holds right now. Noskova will, of course, have her supporters, but the majority of the noise at Stadium 1 will be coming from those backing the Filipina superstar. Latest Indian Wells order of play as Alexandra Eala given chance to shine. The selection from Indian Wells organizers certainly gives Eala a chance to shine on the big stage, although she will be keen to avoid any distraction given the tough test at hand. Eala has a poor record against Czech players, and world number 14 Noskova will be doing her utmost to continue that trend. She'll also be eager to play the role of the villain in California, where Eala's popularity has grown with every win. Read more. Alexandra Eala suggests what tournaments can do to encourage new tennis fans. Her superstar status is made all the more remarkable by her relative lack of success in her career so far, with a WTA title yet to be secured and the top 30 yet to be cracked. However, aged just 20, she has so much time to hone her skills and really live up to the excitement that she has generated from her brief time in professional tennis. The latest schedule for Stadium 1 highlights Eala's importance right now, with Aryna Sabalenka and Naomi Osaka kickstarting the day's action at the venue. Also taking to the court are the likes of ATP icons Jannik Sinner, Alexander Zverev and Eala's fellow rising star Joao Fonseca. Alexandra Eala's superstar status confirmed after Indian Wells organizers' latest decision. The desert air of California has witnessed many tennis legends rise under the blazing sun. From icons like Serena Williams and Roger Federer to modern champions like Iga Swiatek, the courts at Indian Wells Open have long been a proving ground where talent transforms into global stardom. In March 2026, another name echoed through the palm-lined avenues of the desert paradise: Alexandra Eala. For years, tennis fans had predicted that the young Filipino would one day step onto the sport's grandest stages. But during this year's tournament, a subtle yet powerful decision from organizers sent a clear message to the tennis world. Alexandra Eala is no longer just a rising prospect. She is a superstar in the making. A stage reserved for stars. At tournaments like Indian Wells, not every player receives the same spotlight. The sport's elite compete on the biggest courts, particularly Stadium 1, the main arena where the most anticipated matches are held. So when tournament organizers scheduled Alexandra Eala's match there, it was more than a logistical decision, it was a statement. Placing a 20-year-old player on the tournament's premier court signaled that Eala had become one of the attractions of the event. The move confirmed what fans, analysts, and fellow players had increasingly begun to recognize. The Filipina had become one of the most compelling new figures in women's tennis. In tennis, the court assignment is a form of respect. It means the tournament believes the player can draw crowds, captivate viewers, and deliver drama worthy of the sport's biggest stage. Eala had earned that honor. The match that turned heads. The moment that accelerated Eala's rise at Indian Wells came during her third-round match against American star Coco Gauff. Gauff, a Grand Slam champion and world number 4, entered the contest as a heavy favorite. Yet from the opening games, Eala played with fearless intensity. Her left-handed ground strokes cut across the court with precision, and her relentless movement forced the American into uncomfortable rallies. Soon, the scoreboard told a surprising story. Eala surged ahead 6-2, dominating the opening set with aggressive baseline play and remarkable composure. Early in the second set, Gauff began experiencing severe pain in her arm and ultimately had to retire from the match while trailing 2-0. While the victory came under unfortunate circumstances, the performance leading up to it demonstrated Eala's growing ability to challenge the sport's elite. For the young Filipina, the win carried historic significance. She advanced to the round of 16, becoming the first player from the Philippines to reach that stage at the tournament. A moment bigger than tennis. What happened next revealed just how much Eala's popularity had grown. Fans lined up hours before her matches, waving Philippine flags and wearing shirts supporting their new hero. The atmosphere resembled the excitement typically reserved for established champions. Hundreds of spectators waited outside the courts just to watch the young Filipina compete, an extraordinary sight for a player who, only a few years earlier, had been an unknown teenager on the junior circuit. It was evidence of something deeper than simple sporting success. Eala represented a new chapter for tennis in Southeast Asia. For millions of Filipino fans who had rarely seen one of their own compete at the highest level of the sport, her presence was both emotional and inspiring. From Manila to the global stage. The story of Alexandra Eala begins thousands of miles away from Indian Wells, in the bustling city of Quezon City in the Philippines. Born in 2005, Eala showed extraordinary promise at a young age. She later trained at the prestigious Rafa Nadal Academy in Spain, where she honed her technique, discipline, and competitive mentality. Her rise through the ranks was rapid. She turned professional in 2020 and steadily climbed the WTA rankings, eventually reaching a career-high ranking of world number 31, making her the highest-ranked Filipino tennis player in history. The breakthrough moment in her early career came during the 2025 season when she stunned several major champions at the Miami Open, becoming the first Filipino to reach a WTA 1000 semifinal. That run announced her arrival. But Indian Wells proved that she wasn't a one-time sensation.